Hey there, everybody. Robert Taylor with Wonderscape Creations, continuing on with my World Builder series. We will be getting one more node added so that we can then get to the very large amount of empty nodes here. Empty node points, I should say. There is one more thing. It'll only add 2 more points, but it will add a larger let's see, you have macro, micro, and it'll be a large variation for so that it's helps hide the tiling even more. My whole project went and crashed, which is why you no longer see that. And I went ahead and deleted it, and now have all that. So let's go ahead and get this final node made. It's a very simple one, and it's going to go right here. So let's first I'm going to open up this node that we've already been to because I want to get the index so that I can put it, so that I can name it correctly. So material function mf underscore landscape color variation WBT. Gonna open it up, click anywhere on the graph so that I can put that in there, expose to library. Perfect. So this is very simple. It's a lot like the very complicated coloring one we just did, but we only need control of 2 things. So first, let's get a saturate. And then we're going to hold down L, get alert. In the alpha, we want to clamp. Make sure I didn't do anything to it. Okay. Of a 0 to 1. Then we need to hold down the L. In the alpha here, we want it to be a negative 0.25. And here in the Bravo, we want it to be a 2. Oops. Okay. Then out of this alpha, we want a switch. Nope, not a switch. We want a static switch. So get a static switch. And obviously, input use triplanar static bool. Keep it at false. Make sure that that is checked. Then let me move that here. Get a texture sample. Once again, make sure it's in wrap. Obviously the false goes right here. Then for true, we want triplanar texture. Result right there. Excuse me. Now then, we are going to want a texture 2D object. We're going to go to the default here and choose macro. Yeah, macro variation. This is a very old method that works, so why change it? There. Excuse me. Now then, from here, as per usual, with the UVs, we want a divide. We want this to be 100. Then we want the world position, just the XY. Perfect. Sorry, excuse me. Then we want an input, scalar, variation, UVs. Put that right there and right there. All right, got that all prettied up here. Obviously, we're still seeing everything checkered. That's because now that we have all of this, go ahead and pull that down. We need to get this lerp taken care of. Out of the A, saturate. Put on the M for multiply. Then for here in the B, we want a input. We want this one to be not a vector 2, a vector 3. And we're going to call this one base color. And then out of the multiply, we'll do an add. Input. This one needs to be a vector 3 as well. Variation color. 1 minus. Variation. Oh. I need it to be an input. Not variation. Variation, color, intensity. Awesome. So hold down the 1 to get a 1. This does not need to be required. These two do need to be required. And I do believe that is it. So let's order these up. This is a 0. And that's what I thought. This is a 1. Then we have a 2. 3. And 4. This bool, I forgot to change it. Needs to be static bool. There we go. Everything is set up. We have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Hit save. We're going to come right here. Base color. I'm going to hold down the 3. And because I don't want control over this, I just want the color to be a little darker. I'm not going to make this a parameter, but I will make the numbers all the same. This is 6, 4, 6, 5, 8, 3, 3. One thing I forgot, the point. There needs to be a period before the number. It's a grayish color. Perfect. Nope, that's the UVs. We want you right there. All right. So obviously this one is use triplanar. And then I went ahead and while I was creating all of these, went and created what I would need right here. So input large variation size and the large variation intensity right here. Let's come over here. Large variation size. large variation intensity. Plug that into the base. Not sure why that is white, but we're going to go ahead and hit save and see what happens, and then I will fix the problem. Let me find it. Quite easy. Silly me. We forgot to put this into the B. There we go. So base vector needs to go into the first lerp's B. Save. Haha. And as you can see, we have ourselves some very small in a large way, but very minor changes to the color variation. Fantastic. And now we can get to all of these in the next episode, and I will show you how to mass produce these quickly so you're not having to go through and manually changing all of these one at a time for each biome you create. And then we'll go over what is needed for the next episodes after that one, as we will start making our auto material. So slopes, height maps, all of the whole 9 yards. I will see you in the next episode.